Hey there, this is Dave Gleason from Athletic Revolution in Pembroke, Massachusetts, and I wanted to come at you today with another practical or exact example of a drill that we use in here, an activity that works really well with our kids, 10 to 13 years old. I'm constantly trying to give you guys some more information on how to work with a younger age group, specifically how to get all those biomotor skills that we all want to work on into our programming, but in a gameplay like situation or a fun, challenging situation, so it's not your traditional 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of this, 3 sets of that, where it's fun, it's active, the kids cooperate with each other, so it's a team-like atmosphere. You could certainly do what I'm going to show you now with just a couple kids, or I did this the other day with a group of 10 to 13-year-old kids, both boys and girls. It worked great. So anyway, I have a battle rope here. A lot of us use battle ropes, especially with our adult population, sometimes in the high school, and we're so used to tying off the rope on one end and just going at it, whether it's waves, snakes, bringing it over your hip, whatever it is. But here's a little bit different look for you. This time I worked on static balance, dynamic balance, cooperation, reactivity, which I'll talk about in a little bit because there's progression with this one, and posterior chain systemic strengthening. Okay, so a whole lot of stuff there. Probably a couple other things I could throw in there, but off the top of my head, that's why I wanted to put this in. I knew it would be fun. It's the end of the school year too, so I really want to do activities that are fun. Get away from, okay, everybody down on the ground, we're going to do prone extensions, all right? Okay, we're going to go over a front squat technique. We're going to have some fun. This really helped the kids that have a little bit more ability level. It helped them be an aid to the kids that struggle a little bit. It was just great to see. The kids had a blast. So here's what we did. We ran this rope down the length of our turf over here, okay? And what they had to do was all stand on their right foot, holding the rope, just like that. Pretty static balance activity, except there's a little bit of reactivity in there because as soon as one kid kind of shifts over, everybody has to adjust to that. One of the rules I laid in there is you have to have 2 hands on the rope at all times with a nice firm grip. Okay? From there, I wanted to work a little bit more dynamically, and I also wanted to work, like I said before, their posterior chain a little bit. So what we basically did was an anterior reach, or a reach to the front, where I had them sit back on their heels. They had to take the rope, start above their head, take the rope, come down, reach for their laces, and then come back again as a group. Man, did that change things huge. The reactivity there and the need for them to cooperate and actually start communicating with each other was fantastic. Fantastic. So what we did there is we took a break in between each one. We did 5 reps on the other leg. They really excelled. They had a group of really great movers in that day. So I wanted to take it to the next level. Here's my progression, if you will. We took that same activity and I layered in Simon Says. Okay, Simon Says. So if I said put the rope above your heads, that's what they all had to do, as long as I said Simon Says first, okay? And then just like in a traditional Simon Says scenario, if a kid moved or didn't do what I had asked as Simon or coach, they were out. So then what happens? Now you have more of an external load on less kids. Or it's the same external load, but it seems heavier because there's less kids, right? So we got down to the point where there were 2 kids left with, this is a 40-foot battle rope. It weighs, I think, 20 to 25 pounds. It was terrific to have them go down one at a time, see who the last man standing was. It was unbelievable. So without giving you too many specifics, because I'm sure, I hope now your mind's going like this, like I have battle ropes or I have this equipment. We could certainly do something like that. This is just an example of taking traditional movement patterns and maybe some of more contemporary equipment like a battle rope, meshing those together in the context of a game or a fun activity for your 10 to 13-year-old athletes. And in this class, I just should mention this, We had kids that are not on a team sport. We had soccer players, baseball players, lacrosse players, and marching band. All in one. Worked awesome. It was good stuff. So hopefully that helps you out. Take that back. Be creative. Come up with your own stuff. I'd love to hear some of it. I'd love to hear some of it. So, give us your feedback if you're doing similar things, because it helps us all, okay? Have a great, great day. This is Dave Gleason, and we'll see you again soon.